Hello fellow Loki variants, welcome to the channel. And Loki episode 4 was a lot to process. It answered many of our questions while leaving us with some more of them. Who created the TVA? Where did Loki end up in the mid-credit scene? And who could potentially be the real villain behind all this? And why is it Miss Minutes? Let's discuss.
You're gonna tell me everything.
First, let's talk about the mid-credit scene. After seemingly being pruned by Ravonna Renslayer, God I despise her, the God of Mischief wakes up in an unknown location confronting more Loki variants in a scene which looks very reminiscent to this scene from 2012's Avengers. We see a lot of wreckage in the background. One thing that immediately stands out is the ruins of the Avengers Tower. This seems to take place in a similar location previously released in a clip where a UFO and a pirate ship are being left to rot. This random assortment of objects may indicate that they have been pruned from the alternate timelines and left to waste in this landfill. Given that several historical rejects and relics have been dumped in this location, it is possible that this could be MCU's version of Limbo. In the comics, Limbo was a pocket universe that existed outside of the time stream and was ruled over by Immortus, the future version of Kang the Conqueror. Which brings me to the next question: who is behind the TVA? Who is the big bad? In the style of the Wizard of Oz, the timekeepers were revealed as fakes, and the entire creation propaganda of the TVA is a fraud.
Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain!
As for who is the entity behind all this, I think it is Kang. Not just any version of Kang, the version known as Immortus. In the comics, Immortus is an older version of Kang who had been chosen by the Timekeepers to steer the timeline in one very specific direction towards the end of time. Part of that job meant that Immortus had to prevent different versions of himself, Kang variants, from achieving what he achieved, mastering time. In the MCU, he could be the one who created the TVA, a bureaucracy which eliminates all the alternate timelines to ensure that there is one timeline, one in which Kang is at the top. Whether the real timekeepers exist or not, I think Kang is the one pulling the strings. While everyone in the TVA are revealed to be variants, the origin and agenda of Ravonna Renslayer remains unclear. Within the Marvel comics, Renslayer has been closely associated with Kang the Conqueror. So that just adds up to the Kang theory. I also do have a very wild and bare-bone theory, one that is unlikely to happen. Some version of Loki could be behind all this. Think about it. The show is named Loki and the TVA is hunting down a lot of Loki variants. Just like I mentioned in the Kang theory, this Loki variant could want to become the superior version.
Come on. What did you expect?
On that note, I would like to turn it to you guys. Who do you think is behind the TVA? Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more such Marvel theories and breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
In the early 1990s, for a brief, shining moment, there was a beautiful union of form and function, which we call the jet ski, and a reasonable man cannot differ.